Something recently came across my desk and it has started to go so viral, so of course I am bringing it to you guys. It is that Trump has been physical with Bill Clinton. In these new released emails from Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, there's correspondence saying, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. Now, Bubba is Bill Clinton's nickname, I guess, and this does look Photoshopped, so I was skeptical at first. If you go to this oversight.house.gov website, you can actually search for the document number and it shows up. It has been leaked, but this is like this committee on oversight and government reform where they have posted this correspondence. But you know, I'm still doing my due diligence. However, it has gone so viral on Twitter to the point where if I scroll, this is the only thing that I can see. And there's like this video of Trump that is now going viral of him like patting Bill Clinton down. And I don't know, like this is crazy. So I don't like, are you guys believing this? Like, I feel like I have to, but I haven't seen any other correspondence on it besides that email chain that was leaked. And when I first saw it, it did look Photoshopped, but after further investigation, it seems like it's real. But what are your thoughts?
They're on Twitter saying the 2016 election was challengers and Bill Clinton was Zendaya. What do you think the hand signal was when Donald and Hillary were at that final debate? That crucial moment when Donald let Hillary know he asked on that K. I don't know. It's much to think about.
I genuinely feel bad for Hillary Clinton because there's almost no point in her career, early or later, that has not been impacted by Bill Clinton allegedly giving out saxophone lessons. The 2016 election makes so much more sense now. Thanks to these email leaks, we now know that there's a possibility Donald Trump saw that Clinton scandal in the 90s.
I did have a relationship with Ms. Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. I misled people, including even my wife. I deeply regret that.
And thought to himself, why should Monica Lewinsky have all the fun? Imagine being Hillary in 2016 and losing a presidential election to a guy who allegedly is in a picture giving your husband some Kirk. And make no mistake, there's a strong possibility that she knew. Now, I want you to imagine running against a guy you know that about and not being able to say anything. The whole time, he's calling you all kind of crooks, and everybody thinks Trump was so hard on Hillary, so disparaging in his language, because that's just how he is. No. Because if the Bubba in this email is the Bubba we had in the White House, that man Trump was jealous.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel and thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So you guys, allegedly, you guys know that in October 2025, thousands of pages of emails and documents connected to the Jeffrey Epstein were released by the US House. So oversight committees, and among them was a short cryptic email that is now gone viral on several social media platform. So it asks whether the Russia's leader Vladimir Putin has photos of Trump blowing boba, and what does it mean, and who is boba. So guys, the Jeffrey Epstein was a convicted sex, yeah, and whose network of high profile uh acquaintance has long drawn scrutiny in recent months, thanks of thousands of pages of his email, document and correspondence has been made public. So among this is an email chain between the Epstein and his brother Mark Epstein, sent in March 2018, and it is in his chain that the phrase appears. Anyway guys, what do you guys think about this video, and what do you guys also think about this email that is going viral right now, that is being released? Like, what do you guys think about them? Please let me know that in the comment section, and I will definitely come back to talk more about this.
Do you know who I feel really bad for in a time like this? Hillary Clinton. Because imagine your husband is the love of your life cheating on you, okay? And then the person he's cheating on you with, one of them, runs a presidential campaign against you. And not only do they run the campaign, but you lose to them in embarrassing fashion. Like, genuinely, how is Hillary Clinton still with us? I don't think I'm mentally stable enough for that to happen to me. And how is it that President Donald Trump, allegedly, has been with more men than I have? Is he more gay than I? Like, I feel like I've fallen way down the leaderboard. This is so trash. And also Clinton, Bill, he just takes it how he can get it, huh? Like, he not picky. He's like, hey, you know what? Go ahead. Like, how freaky do you gotta be, Bill? Bill Clinton, he might be the original goon after hearing that. Allegedly. Again, I don't know how true this stuff is. Again, I just think about Hillary, bro. Like, think about the specific things he was saying to her during the presidential race. This man took your husband and then shattered your dreams. Is that not insane? Like, what?
I'm not trying to scare anyone, genuinely, but do not be surprised if when these Epstein files come out, there's necrophilia. Do not be surprised when these Epstein files come out that there will be necrophilia involved. I can almost guarantee it, because there's no possible way that anyone that is not engaged with the child sex ring or whatever that's going on, because a lot of these people that are defending him truly are not. A lot of them are involved, but a lot of them are not. But there's no reason that you're defending a pedophile for just being a pedophile. Like, there's some deep, deep, deep dark shit in those files that the people who are implicated in them completely and wholly, more so than just your run-of-the-mill, I guess, kitty diddling or what the fuck ever. There's some dark shit in there that those people will go to any length to cover up. And I would be shocked if that was the worst of it. So don't be surprised when it comes out that they were fucking dead people, dead kids maybe.
I would have never predicted that the Epstein files would have revealed that Trump and, how should I word this, Clinton shared long protein strands from, Clinton. And it reminded me of something.
You and your opponent are, well, constantly holding hands.
We are merely exchanging long protein strings. If you can think of a simpler way, I'd like to hear it.
For the younger generation, Gen Z, that was Bob Dole in there. Just replace that with Trump and Clinton, and it makes more sense. But back in 1996, when that episode aired, Clinton and and Bob Dole were running for president, and nobody remembers who Bob Dole is. And the entire episode is about how the two-party system is generally just one party that's just trying to oppress all of us. And it doesn't matter if you vote for Clinton or if you voted for Dole, you were going to have the same outcome. Even Homer, in one part of the episode, mentions that he's going to vote per third party, and they said, well, throw your vote away. Because if you voted third party, a lot of people in that election voted third party. Anyways, it didn't work then because the system is rigged against the American people.
I just want to say, President Trump, if you're bi, it's okay. MAGA doesn't know what to do now. The past 24 hours have shown many, many emails being released about Epstein talking about Trump. Let's dig into some of the highlights. According to NPR, the emails that were dumped yesterday, Trump's name appeared over 1,000 times. It just gets worse and worse for the dictator. The highlight for me of the email dump yesterday was this one right here. This is Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother. He says, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. There's speculation online that Bubba could possibly be Bill Clinton. Bubba was Bill Clinton's nickname. Regardless if this is Clinton or not, I just want to say, President Trump, if you're bi, it's okay. I have bi friends, I have gay friends. It's okay if you're bi. But you have to admit it to yourself, and it's okay to admit it to the rest of the world. Let your freak flag fly, President Trump. I would be more proud of you and have more respect for you if you came out and said, yeah, I like men too. Then it came out yesterday that the White House is so concerned, they're so freaked out about this Epstein situation that they held a secret meeting in the Situation Room. And Miles Taylor here is a reporter, and he says, but I'll tell you from experience, the only reason you hold Situation Room meetings is when there's something to hide. Emergency meeting held because of the Epstein files. And then the distraction. Whiskey Pete puts out this statement yesterday, essentially saying, we're gonna go to war with Venezuela as a distraction to the Epstein situation. Look, this was MAGA's conspiracy theory to begin with, and the rest of us were kind of like, yeah, they should have released the files, and MAGA just kept pounding and pounding and pounding. Then MAGA got the rest of us, like me and others, on board. I'm invested at this point. I'm too invested to be distracted by essentially a fake war in South America. Here's some other revelations. So Trump claimed multiple times that he cut off all ties with Epstein in the early 2000s. However, based on the new emails that were released yesterday, he was still hanging out with Epstein. Trump and Epstein were still hanging out in 2017, 2018, and even in 2019. Let's see, who was president in 2017 and 2018? That's right, dictator Trump was. So he lied about cutting ties with Epstein in the early 2000s, according to these emails. Look, say what you will. He's innocent, he's guilty, whatever. But this is true right here. Innocent people would not need to hold an emergency meeting to find a way to block the release of the Epstein files. Innocent people would not be calling Republican congresspeople to beg them not to vote yes on releasing the Epstein files. Innocent people would not run away from the press like dictator Trump did yesterday when asked questions about the Epstein files. I don't know to what extent Trump is guilty of with the Epstein files, but one thing is sure, he is guilty of something and he is hiding something. But what about Bill Clinton? If Bill Clinton's in those Epstein files and he did something to those young kids, throw his ass in jail. May he rot. That's the difference between people like me and you, MAGA. I don't care if my people get taken down. If you're guilty, throw your ass in jail. Stop protecting a pedophile. Trump's guilty of something. We're going to find out. We're going to find out one way or another. Best friends.
Beloved, Donald Trump may have played Bill Clinton's skin saxophone. Okay, he may have smoked Bill's cigar. This just got released. Talk about your real deep throat moment over here. When people said Donnie would go down, I thought they meant legally, but it turns out the real ballroom all along was inside Donald Trump's yapper. And now in Bill Clinton's defense, it's possible that Donald Trump simply offered him some neck and Bill got confused. It can happen to anyone. And now people are getting online and they're saying things like old Donica Blewinski over here. Oh, I guess we're going to have to change the name again to the Gulp of America. Oh, no wonder the man was so obsessed with the big, beautiful bill. But you want to know something? I'm glad this is coming out. I'm glad. It explains so much. No wonder Donald Trump was so gung-ho about beating Hillary Clinton in 2016. It was a lover's spat. Or possibly a lover's swallow. Only time will tell. We'll see what the evidence says. And no wonder the man looks and acts and talks like such a goddamn moron. He spent the 90s giving all his brain to Bill Clinton.
So did y'all see the Epstein leak emails about our president giving sloppy to our former president? Ask him if Putin has the pictures of Trump blowing Bubba. Bubba is Bill Clinton. Donald Trump was blowing bubbles on Bubble. Since Donald J. Lewinsky took office, bro, this has been the fastest, slowest year of my life. He hasn't even been in office for a year. So much shit has happened. I have so many questions. Like, why the fuck Putin have the pictures? And a lot of people are like, nah, this is bullshit. I get that. Listen, some things are too crazy to be true. Look at him, just grabbing a handful of Bubba. Just can't get enough of Bubba. He hated Hillary for a reason. Handful of Bubba. And I make jokes here because that's what I do, but this is a very serious topic. The worst guy you know was best friends with the other worst guy you know, and we're all pretending like this is normal. Am I going insane? And people act like this is some Trump takedown conspiracy. Come here, come here. There are emails from 2011. Trump took office in 2016. In 2011, Epstein was like, listen, he won't get that massage, but he be at the crib chilling with the kids, you feel me? He be at the crib posted up. He be at my crib hella. Am I out of my fucking mind? I think I might be out of my mind. How are you guys not crazy yet? How am I the only person losing their fucking mind?
Y'all, isn't it kind of crazy that so many kids are going to learn what a BJ is the same way we learned what a BJ was back in the day? Because of Bill Clinton, you know? Like, this is wrong.
Hi guys, so welcome back again, and thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch my video. Like, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So today we are still talking about the Jeffrey Epstein and the email that is trending right now. So we are diving into one of the strangest messages, and honestly guys, like, this is really the most confusing pieces of the recent release Epstein files. So an email that mentions something about Putin having photos of Trump blowing bomba, yeah, and like allegedly guys. So um I think it's one of those lines like you don't even have to hear twice, and just to make sure that someone isn't yeah. So let's just go through this slowly, casually, because and talk about what this email actually is. So where it came from, well, and why it's blowing up online, and what people think it means. So what it does not mean, what is confirmed, and what speculation, like who Boba might be, and why the whole thing feels like it was ripped straight out of a political satire show. So this is going to be, yeah, a very brief talk. So guys, recently guys, a big batch of ft file email and documents were released, and this came through the investigations oversight committee and legal release. Basically a whole wave of ft release material that people have been combing through line by line. So whether the ft file gets released, the internet basically divide into two right now. Yeah, people who are like, oh boy, like we are gone again, and people who immediately try to decode every word like national treasure. So you guys know that right now the internet is catching fire. Everybody is talking about this empty file, and this is leading to a very hidden and luminatic document in the Library of Congress, and somewhere in that enormous file of emails. So there is this one little message, super short, super cryptic, where Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein brother, write something along the line of, yeah. So guys, like, I do not really want this video to be too long. So what do you guys think about this video, this news, everything? Please let me know that in the comment section. Like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So stay tuned, and see you guys in my next one. Bye.